an abstract is used in most scientific papers as a trailer to show what's to come throughout the paper. I decided to title this speech an abstract because you guys are getting a trailer, a preview into Jameel, who I am, what I like, and some goals. In this speech, I'll touch on 3 specific points, which will be the past experiences. Number 2 will be the lessons learned from those experiences. And number 3 will be goals formed from these experiences. Starting off normally, I'll just tell you, I was born in a Catholic home, Catholic mom and a Muslim dad. So you see that probably didn't work out, right? Yeah, so by the time I was 5, they went ahead and got the divorce and ended it, which was absolutely fine with me. I was cool, had 2 homes to go to now. So I went to Catholic school all the way, kindergarten through 8th grade. Starting high school is when I first entered public school. It was a great experience going from the private school where I kind of grew into some good morals to have, and then going to public school where you get this exposure from 120 students in your whole school to 3,000 students. And that really gave me my social exposure. I was able to come out of my cocoon, I guess you can say, so to speak. After high school, I always knew I wanted to go to college. I ended up going to University of Houston. For those who don't know, I'm from Houston, Texas. Ended up going to University of Houston, and right now I am a rising senior petroleum engineering student, president of NESB at U of H. We are the reigning large chapter of the year. That's a very big feat that we did. So we did a lot of work this past year. A lot of fun. This past year I was treasurer. In my years, I've been working since I was 17. I got my first job at a shoe store called Famous Footwear. I spent a year there. Then I spent the next 4.5 years working at a hotel as a front office agent. Also, throughout my time, this is all throughout college, the hotel worked really good around my school schedule. So I was also able to be an RA, a resident advisor. I don't know whoever lived on campus, I was the one who would knock on your door and shut down your parties. And later, this was June 2016, so about a year ago, I found a company called iEducate. iEducate, their mission is to get college students and place them in underprivileged schools. And in these underprivileged schools, as a college student, you're seen as a mentor. And these are kids that go home and might not have lights, go home and they don't have the mentors at home. And having that college student in the school really provides them with a presence that they can look up to, especially if it's someone that really looks like them. And this school that I volunteer at, it's called Blackshear Elementary. And this is bottom 1% in Texas. And I've seen a lot over this past year. I have stories where there's this one kid I can tell you about. He's really, really good at coding. He's 3rd grader, really good at coding. And I asked him, I said, hey, when you go home, do you get to practice this coding? And he's like, no. My mom just paid the light bill, so we were just getting the lights back on. So internet isn't even an option for this guy to even practice coding. And you look at that. I was raised in a private school, so I was never exposed to the public school education system until high school. And you look at these inner city schools and you see how they're kind of being left behind. A lot of the money is being allocated from the inner city schools and placed into the more suburban area schools. And these kids are just as capable if given the proper resources, given the proper environment, able to hone these skills. And I was really able to experience that working with iEducate. I was there on Wednesdays and Fridays from 9 to 3 every day working with these kids. And that leads me to the third part of my speech, which is about some goals that I have, because working with them really helped me see what my mission is. I love engineering, but the main goal at the end of the day is definitely to be able to help these kids in some way reach their goals. So I got with some friends, some buddies that are also like-minded in the way we think, and we have this idea, big idea, maybe 25 years down the line, starting a charter school But this coming up year, we're in preliminary talks with the Boys and Girls Club of Houston to at least start programs. And these programs, it's going to be programs for parents and also programs for kids after school. And I really feel with these programs, including the parents is a huge part of it, because when the kids leave school, they're leaving the learning environment and they're going to a totally different environment from 4 p.m. to 7 a.m. the next day. So this after school program will be for kids and also bring in the parents to try to give them some kind of teaching skills, because a lot of these parents are maybe 15 to 20 years older than their kids, so they're still kids themselves, still young, still learning, still growing. And those are the main goals that I have. I think I touched on everything that I wanted to touch on, and I hope you guys enjoyed my first speech.